Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines. He's a kitty cat.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Sorian Sul.
Are you a kitty cat?
I can be a kitty cat because I'm a changeling.
Meow.
I thought it was because you're a druid.
Oh, yeah, that
Also
too.
that I can be a real kitty cat.
I'm Greg. I play Ulset Ralph. I can disguise myself, but I don't think I could make a very convincing cat.
Are you telling me
as a furbog fighter
are not real kitty cats?
No, I'm saying they're not convincing.
I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress.
What is convincing is my ad read for our Patreon, and I'm going to convince you to go to patreon.com/DiceandDungeons, where you can check out a variety of behind-the-scenes footage for our improv sessions, and we have various tiers, and it's the best way to support the show, and everyone's looking at me funny, so go to patreon.com/DiceandDungeons.
That's just how I look at people.
It is.
Take it away, Lexi.
That was... You really, you grabbed the segue?
I strangled
Right
it.
off the cliff.
I strangled it till there's no life left in it.
You just
Yeah.
went with it. That was...
And we'd also
typical
like to
segue.
thank our ongoing sponsor, Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming emporium in
Vinton,
Vinton,
Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah. If you're ever in Vinton, Iowa, stop in and say hi. Tell them that you heard about them on Dice and Dungeons D&D stream. They might be happy to hear that. We would be. You can also go to their website, which is
Geekified, Iowa.
geekifiediowa.com. Say it again.
Geekifiediowa.com.
They have an online store, and you can buy things there.
All sorts of things: board games, magic cards, Pokemon cards, D&D books, other role-playing books, all sorts of great and amazing content. Check them out at geekifiediowa.com.
We're good at this. We're so good at this.
I just love the idea of someone walking into the store going, "Hey, I heard about you guys on Dice and Dungeons." Ah, crap. These weirdos again.
Lock
Shove.
the door.
Like, I don't know why we're paying for this advertising. Bunch of weirdos.
No, they'd be welcoming you.
It was the phrase, they might like to hear it, but they might not.
We welcome you, you weirdos.
They are
Why
very
do you
lovely
keep saying
people there.
weirdos? Weirdo.
Weirdos is a fun word.
They'll treat you well.
Take it away,
if you go to
Dungeon Mistress.
Geekified in Vinton, Iowa.
Yeah, they'll treat you weirdos well. Get that on a shirt.
You know, I kind of want to contact Andrew.
And apologize.
He's our contact at Geekified, and just tell him, you know what, you should get some Geekified shirts that just say, Geekified, we treat you weirdos well.
Welcome, weirdos.
'Cause
Yeah.
it'd be honest, they do. They do treat us weirdos well. And on that bizarre note, Dungeoneers, let's roll. last week on Dice and Dungeons. Midnight Brunch spent a relaxing few days aboard the Lake Express 3 as they continued to provide protection for it.
And entertainment.
Nines performed. Soria awakened Ardmore. Ulseth devoted himself to learning even more about fervent technology. And, well, Holwyn took the night shift. We ended the episode as they all arrived in Drogmara, and we rejoin them now as they are disembarking.
Well, that was most relaxing, except for the part where we had to fight the silvery metal monsters.
Yeah. How was the night shift?
How was your hangover?
Scrappy, on all accounts.
Yeah, yes, well, now we are here.
Yes, and now we will describe what we are seeing in graphic detail.
Well, go right ahead. You said you will describe what you're seeing in graphic detail.
Are we approaching Drogmar or are we in Drogmar?
You're in Drogmar.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of water here. Where's the city?
You
The boat
look
has
up.
stopped.
Look up, Nines. You're looking at the river.
You are docked at a fairly large dock. Right on the river. The river bisects the ground level town. And you are just inside a huge grand wall. It towered about 30 feet high and was made of a deep scarlet red.
Like the ruins from the Fervent Wilds.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in that. They're similar, right?
You would say that they're pretty identical.
Yeah, they're pretty identical. I would say that.
It's kind of a nostalgic feeling seeing this again.
Yeah, it is actually.
Some of our first adventures were amongst stones like this.
Yeah, exactly. And I spent a lot of my childhood in ruins like that.
Well, before we leave the ship,
Let's listen to more description of the city.
Yes, I plug my audiobook back in.
yes,
Please return your headphones to continue the guided tour.
I am.
We're just
definitely
adding-
not returning them. They're mine now.
I paid for them with tickets.
what else
I
do
paid
we,
for them by renting them, and they couldn't stop me.
as we look around, not at the river or the sky, but at the buildings, what do we see?
Drogmara is one of the largest cities in the world. You don't know the exact population, but
Is it more than 7?
it's definitely more than 7.
Okay.
There's more than 7 people
On the
like
ship.
in front of you right now.
Could
And
be visiting. I don't know. I just got here.
you also know that Drogmara is the capital of Glindring. It is also the ancient home of the Ulfsdane family. The river, whose name you would likely have learned on this ship, is the Minara River. And it cuts a thick swath right to the center of town. Think of it a little bit like how the Thames cuts through London. It's a bit like that. On either side of the river, the city spreads out as far as you can see. There's a veritable sea of buildings and people, most of them between 2 and 4 stories tall. There's hardly any green spaces left here, save for some trees that line most of the streets. People are constantly bustling about. It's incredibly noisy. There's all sorts of activity. Even the dock you are at. The ship is already being loaded up with return shipments as cranes lift cargo out of the lower storage bay. There are dozens of docks and piers all along this river, and you can look up it and see at least 50 ships, all different river vessels. Some of them sailing westward, out towards the ocean. You do know that this river cuts all the way through Glindring and goes straight to the ocean. So the activity of vessels is hardly surprising. Out of the far corner, you can see, so on your southern side, a very busy road that has carts and people, horses, donkeys, there's oxen, just lined up.
What, Jim?
Yeah, do we see Wet Jim's cousin?
You might, but
Slick Willy?
it's at a long distance, so you can't see.
Okay.
No Slick Willy.
No, well, there might be a Slick Willy.
Moist Marv.
There could be a Moist Marv, but
Anyway.
it's a little too far to tell. Unless you have a really good
Spyglass.
set of spyglasses. I mean, like a 50x. It's hard to tell. Outside the city walls, there are fields of grape on the southern side of the river, and fields of wheat on the northern side.
Does it say run by wheat wizards?
It does not. But the most stark element of the city is the massive smoking mountain that rises up just on the north side of the river. As a single mountain in the middle of a essentially flat plain, it sticks out like a sore thumb. As you look above you, the sky is filled with dragons. Circling, racing, diving down, swooping all over. Some of them have riders atop. Most do not. There are drakes that you figure are as long as 50 feet, and some barely a foot. They are circling the capital. They are flying in and out of the mountain. As you study the mountain itself, there is a collection of buildings that encircle almost every inch of it, save for one spot where it becomes bare rock above it. It's easily identified as a large outcropping that houses the royal palace. It's about a third of the way up the mountain. And above it, there are no other structures. At the very top of the mountain, you see the most gargantuan tree you've ever laid eyes on. It makes the trees in Nordfeld, which towered hundreds of feet above you, look like twigs.
At the top?
At the top of the mountain. By rough estimate, you figure this tree, it must be 700-800 feet tall, and spread out in almost equal measure to its height. It casts a shadow so long at this time of day, it easily reaches outside the city walls. The mountain itself is craggy, sharp, jagged rocks. Dark, black as night. And the air smells a bit of sulfur. And that's where you find yourselves.
I wasn't expecting a tree.
That's the thing you weren't expecting.
I was not
On top
expecting.
of a mountain?
I was not expecting a mountain
Really?
in the middle of a city.
Haven't they described it to us as a mountain city before?
But I was not expecting just a big mountain in the middle of the city with nothing else around it. It was.
Wow.
It is very
You were
spectacular.
expecting more.
The city is on the mountain.
The mountain is it's about 12,000 feet tall.
And the city surrounds it,
And is built onto it.
up
Yeah.
to it.
It's like up on the sides.
We created this map. I will digitize this and post it for viewers later, so you'll have access to it. But this is for you guys for now.
So we're
on this
like
river.
here.
That's a big city.
Yeah. It's a big city, and then there's
You're on you have
Dallas
docked on
area.
the southern side.
So we're like down here somewhere.
just inside the wall. Well, this is a very big city. I think I have no idea what to do. I have never seen anything like this before.
Yeah,
You who are a big city.
I'm from a swamp.
I'm from a forest. Ironvale was a big city.
Nines, have you been here before?
You have. Basically just for like one night with The Voice when you were touring with him.
One night, so I know my way around.
Oh, tell
What
us.
the hell is that?
That's a rat.
Yeah, so now we are in a huge city
There are
and
two
we do
rats
not know what
fighting
to
with
do or what
knives.
to go.
Over a pizza.
Or a piece of pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should find the company house. That'll give us our bearings.
That would be a good place to start. Perhaps they have
I-
maps and directions and suggestions and this is a big
And the
city.
food.
I legitimately have no idea how to navigate someplace this big.
Yep. I don't either. You who are Holwyn.
Yeah, I just point at some random person.
Have you been here, Holland?
Well, I was when I was little, but I haven't been in a long time.
Oh, because
No.
your parents were like ambassadors, right?
Well,
Oh no, they're musicians.
They're in the orchestra.
Orchestra.
The
So they
Philharmonic,
traveled
yeah.
here. That's right.
So
lot
yeah,
of
I mean,
musicians come through
I
here.
was here when I think I was like 4. I don't really remember much of it.
Oh. Do you know why there's a tree on the mountain?
Well, I can't say for sure, but I'm guessing that's probably something to do with the Agmarno doll.
Ugh.
Hey,
God.
they're your favorite.
Why?
I mean, because they have, like a grove in every major city.
Yeah, it's really suspicious. Anyway,
Anyway, I pointed at a random person.
Maria, you're being pointed at.
Yep. What do you guys need?
Well, you know
She's
what?
holding like a bag of garbage over her shoulder.
How much of that garbage was mine?
Probably more than
And it should be.
people would expect, but less than you'd expect.
Have you been here before?
Yeah, I mean, like every couple days.
Oh.
We come in, we stay 2 nights, and then we leave again.
Are you going to ask every person we meet if you've been to the city before?
Well, not once we're in the city.
No, that could be part of our idiom, like what do you think happened to Fervin?
Have you ever been to
Do you
They're fancy.
do you know where the Company of Blades house is?
Can't say that I do, no. It's,
Do you know anyone who might know?
well... Doesn't that guy over there have a Company of Blades badge on?
We look.
Perception check.
Perception. I got a happy cat face. So a 26.
I also
16.
got a 26.
I got a 16.
Oh, well, Holwyn's joining in on the fun, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they rolled quite well. What did they get? They have a 24. Okay.
We are very good at seeing things.
Yes,
After
it
someone
is.
points to them.
Yeah.
It is.
So it is that
Yeah.
insight check.
Thanks, Maria.
There
So
is-
you're not going to be around for more than 2 days?
Nope. Then we
Okay.
make the return trip back to Care Home, and then usually about 2 days there, then back. That's what we do.
Okay.
Well, it was great fun visiting your shop.
Yeah, it was really nice performing with you, Nines.
Oh, did we get our sign?
I have to go back
yeah.
and get the
No.
sign. I'm
I
getting
I
myself.
packed up with the
You packed
tent.
up the sign?
I have the bag of holding. I packed up the sign. I packed up the tent.
Oh, thank you for remembering the sign.
This tent sign.
It's the sign and the tent and
Yeah.
everything, yeah. Okay, so we have all our stuff. We have no idea where we are except we're in a big city. There might be somebody there who just happens to be wearing a Company of Blades
We'll head
badge
over
for
to
some
them.
reason.
Well, yeah.
They might be
say
here to
goodbye.
pick us up.
Yeah, that's right. They might have sent an escort.
We are very important.
Transfers.
We go to that person.
Yep.
Hello, fellow mercenary.
How do you do?
It's a large orc. Hi.
We're
What do you guys need?
we're also with the company of Blades,
Got like a rucksack over their shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
and we're really savvy with large cities and everything, and didn't grow up in the wilderness. But if we did.
It's weird to say out loud.
If we did grow up in the wilderness and were bewildered by a giant city, where would the company house be?
Oh, the company house? Well, that's actually fairly easy to find. See, you follow along the river here. They'll keep you off the main drag for most of the way. And if you just stick to that, you'll reach the center street of the city. And it's called Merchant Avenue.
Only that one. Mm-hmm. It's the wide one.
And the Company of Blades house is just on the other side of the bridge.
No, on the south side of the river.
The north side.
On the north side.
On the north side.
Yeah.
Oh, because that is right. We have landed on the south side.
Yeah, it's just right there.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, name's Fulmana.
Fulmana. Yeah.
That's
what,
handy if you are casting spells.
What?
Nothing.
What group are you in? Like, what's your party name?
Actually, I'm just kind of alone.
Oh, you're solo?
Yeah, I specialize in, stealth missions and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we do too, probably.
So a lot of, like,
Sneaking.
espionage and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, assassinations.
No, I got a strict no-kill policy.
Smuggling. We do all that stuff.
Yeah, we have a strict no-kill policy too, as I wink.
No, like, I really do. I don't...
Yeah.
We really do too.
But,
We
I
mostly-
do some smuggling, well, stuff that the company doesn't necessarily like to take on, but I make sure it's nothing really bad. Like, no illegal weapons or, like, anything like that.
We smuggled
yeah.
300 people across the border.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
They were escaped prisoners.
Well, yeah, I mean, most people who are trying to cross the border are people who probably need some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And
Yeah.
we provided.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Are you going to the company house?
Actually, I'm head down to one of the ships here on the river.
Okay, you're on a mission.
Yeah, all the ships, they've been hiring us out to work protection.
Oh, well.
We just got done doing that.
Yeah, watch out. There have been a spate of corpses covered in silvery metal
Ugh.
attacking around, from Lake Domar. So,
That's really creepy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just be aware of that, I guess.
Okay.
They come out of the water mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just avoid the water.
Anything I should know
Do not use fire.
Don't use fire. Use cold damage, though.
Oh, okay, sure.
Cold is good. And you do not need to worry about your no-kill policy because they are already dead.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also good to know. Yeah, it's really creepy.
Yeah.
Any idea where they're coming from?
Probably
water?
the Republic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. There's a lot of
Weird stuff.
messed up things going on there.
Yeah. Did you hear about Iron Veil? That was messed up.
Yeah, like quarter of the city just leveled.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Yeah, I wonder who did that. That was bad.
Yeah, I hope they catch those guys. Anyway, hey,
Wait, hold on. What do you think happened to Fervin?
don't think about it much.
What's your tragic backstory?
Well, just put us back down. When I was younger, both of my parents, they caught a really bad, some sort of flu or something, I'm told. Swept through northern Glendring, took out a whole lot of people. They both died. I was raised by my aunt and uncle. It, wasn't too bad, but they never really wanted kids, so it was kind of hard for them. It led to some strife. Don't talk to him too much these days, because, well, it's a tense upbringing. I get it, though. I don't hold any grudges. But made me kind of a loner. Not much of a social person.
Did you do well in school?
If I'm honest,
What is school?
not all that great.
Oh wait, they had schools at the Changeling City.
Like
Yeah.
School of Magic, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, continue with your story. I
Yeah,
did not
sorry.
mean to
Yeah,
interrupt.
this is so pretty tragic.
I'm writing it all down.
Well, you know, when I
That's a nice thing to do when someone's telling you their tragic story is like, yeah, I'm gonna turn this into a novel one
I need
day.
filler for my biography.
finished up school there and really wanted to get out of the house, so first struck up with, band of mercenaries. They were doing some subcontracting with the arcane masters.
Oh, we know Anarchins.
And, well, if I'm honest, they were kind of fast and loose and a little too risky with stuff. I didn't want to deal with that after, just a few months. But I'd gotten the hang of adventuring, and eventually, the company of Blades thought I'd be a good recruit. So, joined up with them doing solo operations.
Did they ask for you by name?
I guess so, yeah.
Who
Yeah.
recruited you?
Oh, it was, this lady who was pretty near retirement, actually. I think her name was... Ganta? Ginty? Oh man, it's been a long time. It's been like 30 years. I haven't thought about her much. She retired just a few months after I joined up. And, I'm kind of one of the rare cases within the company. Usually they recruit groups of people. I was just a, individual. So, took on some of the jobs that groups really couldn't do. Those jobs where you don't want a lot of attention, you're just operating by yourself. I was more suited for that. It didn't bother me. And I generally like being alone.
Have you ever broken anyone out of jail?
Oh yeah.
What would you say are the top 5 things to look out for?
Depends on the jail.
Oh, like the Imperial jail for high value goblins.
I'm not familiar with that one. But,
I assume.
hey, look, if you're gonna break someone out of jail, number one thing, make sure you know the guard rotation. Number 2 thing, make sure that you have an entrance plan. Number 3, make sure you have an exit plan.
I
No,
like it.
write that down.
Yeah, there's no damn it, that's the one. Number 4, practice. Gotta practice.
Oh,
We
have never done that.
I will make myself, kind of mock courses.
I love mocking courses.
I'll rent out a big warehouse or
You do that
something
viciously.
and mock the whole thing up. So I know every step, every turn, every twist. Plan all
you'll-
that out.
You have many plans.
You're really good at
Practice your
this.
plan. Oh, but what is the 5th thing?
The 5th thing,
Don't get caught.
always expect that you're gonna get caught.
Oh.
I think we do that already.
If
We
you
usually
expect that you're
expect
gonna
that.
get caught, then you start thinking about how you're gonna get out of it. Your brain's prepped for it. It doesn't shock you. I've been caught a lot. And that's why I always bring a variety of, non-lethal additives.
Like what?
Yep. See these barbs here on the outside of my gloves?
I go to touch them.
Don't touch them. Don't. Unless you want, a really bad nap with a horrible hangover.
I'd rather have good nap. What's the one that gives the good nap?
I don't have one of those.
I think you should try that.
Maybe if it lasts longer. I'll look into it. See if I go pow with one of these. I coat them with a liquid that within a minute or two, knocks you completely unconscious, and you go into You go into a little kind of mini coma for a couple days.
Yeah.
Then you wake up and feel like crap.
So where did you get this liquid?
Well, now I make it myself.
Well, what's the ingredients?
That's proprietary.
I think you should tell me. As I cast suggestion.
Okay. I don't think I should.
Do you have any extra you could sell?
You know what? For the right price, I do.
What's the right price?
2 copper.
She pulls out a little vial. It's, I don't know. There's about as much liquid in there as, like, a... Okay, you two have probably never gotten this, but for at least some of our audience, get those little tiny little sample perfumes that have, like, 2, maybe 3 uses total in them. You know, it's about that much liquid. This is enough liquid for, I don't know, 4 or 5 uses. Put it on your blade all at once. Let it dry. And keep it sheathed. That way you don't knock any of it off. Creates a little crust. You don't have to hurt them, you don't have to stab it, you just have to nick them. Gets into their blood, takes a few minutes, then they're out. Anything that tells you it's instantaneous and it's not a magic spell, that's a load of crap. The good stuff, that takes a minute or 2.
So how much?
100 gold.
50 gold.
I'm firm on my price.
60 gold.
It's 100, take it or leave it.
60 gold, but I give you an ale. I mean a mead.
Yeah, a mead that's worth 40 gold.
Well, no, it's the convenience of it.
There are bars on, like, every other corner.
Would you like to try some gum?
Part of your negotiating tactic.
I don't have very many.
Do you want the vial of stunning liquid or not?
I think that would be a handy thing to have. I will buy the vial from you.
All right. 100 gold. There you go.
Don't drop it.
Nope. I very carefully put it in my pouch.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. Make sure it doesn't get crushed or anything. And
How long does it take to dry on your blade?
about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it can be applied just shortly before needing to use it.
Yeah. But it has to be dry.
And if your sword were to be on fire, it would probably burn off.
Well, it seems like something you would
I
prep
mean,
on
Yeah,
another
fire would
sword.
burn it away.
One might put it,
So
for
maybe-
example, on the offhand.
Yeah.
Yes. The one I usually
right.
hit with.
But like I said, it takes between 2 and 3 minutes to work, depending on the size and whatever their individual like fortitude is. Because I've had some hefty folk that it takes a minute to take down, but then they're down once they go down.
Well, thanks, Fulmana. Have a safe trip. Watch out for silvery corpses.
Yeah, appreciate that tip.
Yeah.
I'll
The
arm myself
stunning,
with some
the stunning
cold
liquid
weapons.
is likely to not work on them because they are already dead.
Yeah, that doesn't really work on undead.
Good. Oh,
Well, hey.
make a note of that.
You guys stay safe. Thanks for the tip, and hey, have a good one. And she just walks on down.
Okay, I move on and have a good one. What does that entail?
I don't know. That's up to you. Whatever a good one means.
We'll follow their instructions and go to the company house.
Along the way,
How long has it been since our last date?
I mean, you had breakfast this morning.
So like an
Yeah,
hour
but I
or
have
two.
second breakfast.
and third breakfast. And
What about
next
afternoon tea?
Ooh, is there a place called Afternoon Tea?
brunch?
Yeah, there
Do we
is.
pass it?
Sure.
Okay.
How nice does it look?
I mean, it's like a neighborhood cafe. It looks fairly nice. It's not very, like, pretentious or anything. It's a little neighborhood cafe.
Good.
Do we want to stop there?
Let us stop into it.
Okay, we
Let us stop into it.
You're so good at talking. Well said.
I am getting better all the time. I have the best words.
Is it carry out only? Does it have a little sit down area?
It has a sit down area, both.
Like little tables with umbrellas on the outside.
Yeah, it has both indoor and outdoor seating.
Okay.
Look, it's a very nice, welcoming.
Is it counter
Cafe?
service or?
Yeah, it's counter service. Yeah.
So I go up and look at the counter menu. What do I? They have tea, right?
Teas, coffees, various types of biscuits, some savory sandwiches. And things
Do they
like
have a sampler plate of biscuits?
Yeah, they've got something like that. That's just a
Let's order that.
little sampler plate.
I'll order a green tea and 2 savory pies.
Okay.
How much would that be?
That is 7 copper.
Good price.
I'll have a milk tea.
Okay. Hot or cold?
Hot.
All right. That is 2 copper.
I get my sampler and whatever tea I cannot pronounce. And then I spend a few moments trying to say it right until they just give up and just be like point at the sign like this one.
Yeah, you do that.
Yes, I do that.
Your total is 6 copper.
You have change for a silver.
Yes.
I give them a silver so I can get my change.
Okay. Then you get 4 copper back. Holland orders themselves a white tea and a sandwich. Pays and then joins you.
Let's do some people watching. What kind of people do we see as we eat our food?
I mean, there's a lot of people around.
Well,
There's a bustling city street, but it's fairly, fairly bland.
do we see anybody suspicious at all?
It's suspicious? No.
Is there
Outside of us?
Is there anybody who looks silvery and liquid?
No. You're in a neighborhood
Maybe
that's like a block. It's basically like a block back from the riverfront.
Maybe we should just go to the company house.
Well, how's the food? I guess. So that's
It's pretty good. You get, like, this isn't some world famous restaurant. It's nothing particularly amazing, but food's just good and fills you up. Tasty. The atmosphere is nice. The people are lovely. Yeah, everyone has that hometown cafe or restaurant that the whole city loves. Everyone in town knows it, and everyone in town goes there, and that's this place for this neighborhood. There's lots of people stopping in, saying hi. They know people behind the counter. They know them, and everyone's just enjoying their day. Along the street, closer to the river, you see tons of activity as merchants and industry workers are moving all over the place, bringing stuff in, fixing boats. So passengers are embarking some vessels, disembarking others. You can even see on the other side of the river, which is quite a distance away, yet, similar scene over there. And on the street that this shop is on, it's in a neighborhood. Fairly quiet. There's a couple of families walking around, some people with little bassinets pushing children, like newborn infants and stuff. It's a neighborhood.
Well, when we finish, let's continue our journey to the company house. We can continue to look around for anything that might be interesting.
I mean, define interesting, because there's a lot of interesting things. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
No, it's just if we see something that will almost certainly cause us to digress from our
You
journey.
find
and
one
stop
copper
it.
on the floor, on the ground.
Oh, I pick it up.
Wow.
So
I
the-
said that, not the DM.
I
You.
still pick it up.
Oh my god.
You know, I mean, if there's a shop that just says, I've never seen anything like this before, I need to stop in and look.
There's
Or-
a shop that its name is "You've never seen anything like this before."
You who are Zoria, you who are Nines, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it says you have not.
It's a sign also.
Are
You
they
see a
lying?
sign- you made a sign.
No, I mean, have you ever seen a shop like this before?
Buildings? Yeah.
I go into the shop. Have I ever seen anything like this before?
No, you've never seen anything like this before.
Then what do I see?
Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. How are you doing
That's
today?
about to be gone.
You know, welcome to the greatest store on earth. You've never seen anything like the things that we have in this store today. I tell you, sir. Now, what sort of thing brought you in here today? What sort of thing in your life are you missing that you desperately want?
I am looking for the meaning of this phrase, Gratz Dun Balim, so that I can carry out the wishes of my master and slay the beast.
Well, boy, do we have just a thing for you today. Because let me tell you what, I have this. Pulls out like a large sort of basin-looking thing that's got 2 holes and these arches across it. He's like, get this little device right here. This is gonna take away all your worries about that Gratz Dun Balago, and it's gonna make you feel like you're walking on heaven. Here, sit down right in that chair. Sit down right over there. Yeah, he like kind of pushes you into the.
No, I do not want to be
What do you think's
drugged.
happening in there?
I have no idea. We
just
should
sit
probably
down
just
right
go to the
there.
company house.
All right.
Now you pop your shoes off and you stick your little feeties right.
Oh no,
inside
I'm
these
not
little-
doing that.
I
I
stick
run
my
away.
head in. Hey, we're heading to the company house also.
I come out.
But we've got a whole bunch of massaging chairs and some like barbecue stuff that costs a whole lot of money for no particular reason. An automatic corkscrew.
Thank you. I have never
I
seen
turn
a place
around.
like this before and
I
wish
turn
not
around
to
at
see
the
it
phrase
again.
automatic corkscrew.
Hold the phone. Whatever that is.
Hey, did I get you with the automatic corkscrew? Is that what I got you with? Everyone loves an automatic corkscrew.
No, no one loves those. And I leave.
You just wanted to make him feel.
I wanted to make a point. Did you know drawing hands is hard?
Yeah.
That does not look like a hand at all.
No.
Are you trying to draw a hand on a 9s coin?
Well, yeah, I had to make the tea time, and boy, ran into a wood chipper first.
I think in the spirit
I
of
would
the
like to
Nines
head to the
tokens,
company
that's
house.
perfect.
Like, this is amazing, but this hands are hard.
I would like to head to the company house.
Okay.
Okay.
You head towards the company house. As you
Do we
walk,
pass another store that says you've never seen anything like this before? Is it a chain?
A chain that goes on the same block.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
They're like
definitely
Starbucks's.
it's
Not what we know
definitely a
those are.
chain, but you're not going to see it on the same block.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The next time I see one, I don't go in.
Hello.
Just stating that for the future. 30 episodes later, I go into the store.
I caught you in a lie. As they rip off the sign
Yeah.
that was hiding.
All right. Do we make it to the company house?
I don't know.
You follow the directions.
Is there evening tea time that we run into on the
It's
way
not
back?
evening yet.
They don't change the sign every time.
Why wouldn't they?
It's expensive for
Not
one.
if it's magic.
It might be expensive. Every magic item I have ever purchased is incredibly expensive.
Except those shoes.
Yes, that's okay. That's a fair point. So if they have a defective sign, it probably didn't cost them very much.
Our dogs decided that something needed to be barked at.
Probably a squirrel.
Don't know if the microphones will pick that up.
Night squirrels.
So we get to the company of Blade's house.
You do.
I knock.
I just walk in.
I teleport inside.
You use a spell to teleport.
Knock, knock, knock. Then, as you're knocking, Ulseth just walks in. Holwyn's right behind him, just kind of looking at Soria like, what are you doing?
She doesn't
And
know how
then-
doors work.
And then Nines
I know
goes
it's polite to know.
500 yards inside! And
Alive with a wall!
and uses his cloak charge to go into the house.
What are the
And
chances
appear
of
dramatically.
being attacked here?
Puff of smoke, and then Nines is there.
And then I continue just walking as normal.
You teleported all of about 10 feet.
It's all about presentation.
So, you who are the steward of the company of Blade's house here in Drogmara,
Please, one moment, sir. Yes. Yes.
Is there a bell?
Is he on a
I
phone?
shall-
Is he just doing that with his hand?
No, it's a phone.
Is there
Like like an actual phone?
It is what we would think of as a phone.
do they
And it
have a ring
has
for
like a little
service bell?
cable and everything. And
What's that?
Yeah. One moment, please. Of course. I'll tell him right away.
I ring the bell for
Yes.
service.
Have a good day.
Ding, ding,
Thank you, sir.
ding, ding,
What were you talking on?
ding.
That is our in-house communication system.
Oh.
Who's on the other end?
Anyone in the house?
That was the High Commander.
Can I talk to him?
High Commander? Oh, that sounds important.
Yes, High Commander Imari Sharpeye.
is this high commander in this building?
Yes, she's currently in her office on the top floor.
It would be because it is an inter-office communication device. is it not?
In-house.
In-house, oh yes.
This isn't an office at all.
Imari, what?
Sharp Eye.
Sure. We
How's her vision?
Good.
we
So it's
are
not just a name.
we are Midnight Brunch, reporting in fresh from a job.
Oh, yes, I believe I have your payment here. May I have your identifying badges, please?
No. You're going to take our badges?
Yeah, just temporarily.
To verify payment.
You're suspicious of him, but not the person who had the sign that says everything you want is in this store.
So awful.
You see him press your badges into this sort of clay-like substance, and then pull a contract out from underneath it. And your payment is on Sewell. Your payment is to Ralph. Is that correct?
All set, Ralph.
Very good. Your payment, Mr. Nines.
It's just nines. Seems kind of light, though.
It is the 600 gold that you were promised.
What about Holwyn?
It is, however, paid in platinum.
So it's 60.
And here you are, Miss Holwyn.
What about Tristan?
Yes, it is 60 platinum.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. How else may I be of service?
We will need rooms for the foreseeable future.
Very good. Reaches down. Would you prefer a larger group room or for individual?
Does the larger group room have separate bedrooms?
No.
Oh,
It is a shared room.
for individual.
Yes.
Very well. Here are the keys to your rooms. You will find them on the 4th floor.
Passing them down.
Oh,
Is there an elevator? Whatever that is. Is there a lifting
Are the
device
chairs? Are the stairs magically escalatory?
or does Nines need to be carried up 4 flights of stairs all the
I
time?
climb on Olsef.
We do have a lift here, yes.
Ah, good. I put Nines in the lift.
Wait. We don't have to go up the stairs?
That is correct.
Where's the lift?
It is just around the corner.
I go around the corner. What do I see?
A box.
There's a door with a button and
I
next to it.
push the button with my mage hand.
Okay.
With the thumb.
The thumb just...
You hear a brief whirring as something stirs, and then the doors, they slide open,
Okay.
and there is a room on the other side.
I go into the room.
Okay.
Trapped in a
What do I
little
see?
There, it's small. It's only about 8 by 8, and
inches. Wow.
there is a panel on your right side. It says G, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I look for the 9s button.
Hit them all.
There's no 9s button.
4 and 5 makes 9.
Oh, I hit 4 and 5 then.
Okay. The door closes and it whirs, and you can feel yourself moving as you begin moving upwards.
So, Stuart,
Yes.
do we need to debrief or anything, or are we good for now?
The company that hired you reported that Michigan is concluded and successful. Your payment has been issued.
Great.
No debrief if necessary.
This is our first time in Drugmara, except for Nines, who disappeared somewhere.
Welcome to the city.
Oh, thank you. We were wondering if you could direct us to some locations that might be good for our needs.
I'm sure that I can direct you to any place that may suit your needs.
All right. Oh, first though, have any messages come in for Midnight Brunch? I almost forgot that.
That's us.
One moment while I check. He leaves the front desk, goes into a office that's behind him.
What do you think happened to Nines?
I don't know. I hope it is not the same thing that happened to Fervin.
Nines, within a matter of, I don't know, about 10, 15 seconds, you're up a few stories higher and the door is open. Ting.
So I see that the light turned off on the floor.
Yep.
Well, it's not floor 9, so I push it back because the light went off.
All right. The doors begin to close, then and the light goes off.
I just keep pushing it for a bit.
Okay. Every time you push it, the light goes on as it's suppressed, and then off as you release
Do you
it.
see that line forming around the corner?
I stop for a moment and let the door close.
Okay, the door closes, and then you begin to rise again. And
And then I
then
hit-
just a second or two later, it opens up again,
And the 5.
and you're on the 5th floor.
I hit all the buttons.
All right, the 5th floor immediately darkens, and then the doors close. Then you now feel yourself lowering as you go back down to 4. The doors open.
And the 4 goes out.
4 turns off. Then the doors close.
Well, I push after the door closes and starts moving to hit 4 again. Because that's my stop.
Okay, it goes down to 3, and the doors open.
And no one's gotten in.
No,
Oh. Must have came in a non-busy time.
and then the doors close. The 3 goes out. You go down to 2. The doors open. 1 person gets on. Hey,
Hey, what number do you like?
and then the doors close. Just going down to the ground floor.
What number's that?
That's the G. It looks like it's already lit up.
I was wondering why that wasn't a number like the rest of them.
And then the doors open,
Why not just put it 1, right?
and he walks out.
I continue follow him and talk about the. Like, wouldn't it be better to put the number 1 instead of a G?
I mean, I've always thought that, but I don't know. I guess it's like ground level.
Like, who do we talk to? We just like walk out the door.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Is that
But
9 system?
so Nines is now walking down the street, talking about the virtues of ground floor being labeled G, verse 1.
Yeah, this all checks out.
This is very nice.
Oh,
You who are Zoria, did you notice that Nines has walked out talking to somebody? I do not know why.
Are you sure that was Nines?
Do you think that there was maybe one of the
that's definitely
changelings?
Nines.
Well, I'm sure
No,
he
it
has
wasn't
his
one of the
right-
changelings. It wasn't Tooting.
Did we see any of the changelings since we got here?
You don't know.
I would know, but no, we didn't.
Okay. So has the steward come back with the messages?
Yes, the steward is back now.
And?
Yes, I do have one package for Mr. Nines.
Oh, all right, we'll take it.
Nines has
can-
left the building.
I can, I can only release it into his custody.
Oh,
Okay. That's
well,
good. It's me, Nines. I'm here to pick up my package.
You don't have the badge.
I am familiar with the fact that you are a changeling.
Is it my chain shirt? I am Nines.
I do not know what is in the package.
Okay. I'll turn back.
He's
so Zoria, you who are Zoria,
Yeah.
do you wish to inquire about the changelings? They were going to send a message here.
Yeah. Has there not been a message in for Soria?
I do not see a message in for Soria, no.
I'll give it a little while before I start worrying.
Yes, I hope they make it safely and are not attacked by,
Silver
silvery
corpses.
corpses. Yeah. They were coming by train, were they not?
Yeah, they were on the new train.
Has the new train arrived? It should have gotten here many days ago.
Yes, the new train has been operating quite successfully.
I wonder why we do not have a message.
Maybe they're still sorting things out.
Well, we shall inquire about that later.
So, other things we need to know. We need to know where the best, most reputable alchemist is.
Well, if I'm honest, I am not one who's particularly familiar with what makes the best or most reputable alchemist.
Is there one that the company house works with regularly?
We try not to show favor to any one vendor over another so long as the quality is of a decent standard. But there is one I can say that most of your company mates tend to favor. It is Grimaldre's Cauldron. It's the certainly oldest apothecary within the city. At least, oldest apothecary still operated by its original founder.
Ooh.
We'll just write down the directions. You don't need to actually give us directions.
Yeah, we get the directions.
And if we needed someone to translate ancient Glendrangan for, say, a document, where would we be able to find that?
Ancient Glendrangan.
Yeah.
That is a bit more challenging, as that requires scholarly hands.
Right, so
I would recommend that you bring whatever it is you need translated. Probably to the Grand Library.
Sounds big.
It is. The Grand Cormarian Library. Yeah, which was once simply the Royal Library of Glendring. Houses many thousands of years of knowledge and has some very knowledgeable people working at it.
Would I find an expert in heraldry there as well?
Heraldry? That is unlikely to find there. Are you talking about crafting heraldry or identifying?
Identifying. I have a small piece of cloth that I wish to identify. It has mark on it.
They might be able to help you at the library. It depends on how well known the particular symbol is, but I would suspect that you actually have more luck here in town. There's a simple company, Finest Livery and Crests.
Ah.
It's operated within the more aristocratic areas of the mountain. They have several locations so that their patrons need not travel far. It is all the same business, though.
Okay, so I take down the address of the nearest location and inquire whether there's a dress code.
I'm unfamiliar with any written dress code, however, most of their clientele tend to be extravagant.
Just like us.
Since we're just getting a lot of directions to a lot of places, what was the name of that magic shop you heard about?
Oh, yes. A long time ago, I had heard of a magic shop that came highly recommended called Enchanting Taste.
Yes.
What might you know about it?
It is one of the most famous businesses within the country, and perhaps one of the more famous magic shops within the world.
That explains why we did not know about it when we first started.
Does that mean
heard
the
of it.
prices are super high?
It depends on what you desire.
Expensive things.
Dumb shoes.
Enchanting
You got gum
Tastes
socks.
has been around for, at this point, I believe more than 1,000 years. You'll find it in the main village square.
Okay,
It's
right down.
hard to miss, as it is one of the largest buildings in the city. As is its sister store, Enchanting Tastes.
Isn't that?
Or Tastes Enchanting, excuse me.
Oh.
Tastes enchanting.
Yes. There is Enchanting Tastes, and on the other side, there are Tastes Enchanting.
What do they
Kind of
sell?
like Starbucks keeps opening up places.
They are
across
a
the street from each
bakery.
Oh, it's a bakery.
Oh,
Magic bakery, I'm guessing. Because if it's associated with a magic shop.
In what ways they can, yes. They pride themselves on not using magic to enhance the
still
flavor.
bothering that guy?
As far as I know, Nines is still indeed just sort of walking down the street as
Nines is not yet
this
returned.
random dude he encountered. They're in a very heated agreement that G is not the right choice. It should just be
really
one.
riled up.
However long he tolerates me, it's about as long as I'm going to keep walking with this guy.
I mean, you're starting to ascend the mountain now. Like, there's basically a ring road that just keeps like corkscrewing up the mountain and like crisscrossing occasionally between districts, but you can follow it all the way from the base up to the top, and he's going on this, and you're climbing up with him.
So,
I mean, this is a very heated agreement. It's gone from just talking about the G to now talking about like, why don't they make other signs much more like direct in their navigational directions? They always just pick one random city when they put it on the sign for how far it is to some place. And it's never the city you're going to. It's just some random town that you're not interested in.
so Stuart,
Yes.
if we wanted to learn advanced fervent tech information, right? Where would we go for that?
I wish to acquire expertise in fervent tech.
Well, you can always stop by the Fervent Guard's headquarters. They have a public library of all the currently known, although that may now be incorrect, information on fervent technology.
What do you mean not being current?
Well, the train. It operates on new fervent technology. It was not developed by the Fervent Guard. Far from it. The Fervent Guard was established several hundred years ago, after the destruction of Fervent, and they operate as a public utility almost. Something keeping fervent technology running within the country. 2 decades ago, Empress Nula founded the New Fervent Institute. It is a highly secretive organization that exists within the palace grounds entirely. No one knows who works there, as they all live on site. No one knows who's in charge of it, and they are responsible for the deployment of that train. It is the first piece of new fervent technology developed since his death, so whatever they're doing there is currently unknown to us.
Oh. Do you think it would be possible then to get an invitation to come and visit it?
The New Fervent Institute?
Yes.
It would seem unlikely since no one knows who works there, nor have they ever seen them come or go. It is a walled facility. One kept under the strictest of security and guard. That doesn't mean that there aren't plenty who are trying to find out its secrets, especially after the train was unveiled.
So we should heist.
That would be more than ill-advised.
Oh.
What if we had a plan with an entrance strategy and exit strategy, a what if we got caught strategy? Something we had never done before.
Practicing.
Oh, yes, and practicing.
Anyway.
Practicing would be very difficult since we have no idea what
Would
it
the
is.
Fervent Guard also be the best place to go if we had some extra Fervent tech laying about?
Generally, yes. If you have
Okay.
found fervent tech that you wish to return or have restored, the Fervent Guard is the best place to go.
We have an extra Fervent shield. Okay. Great. Is there a place that I can learn about taking care of boulettes?
Taking care of boulettes? I see.
Fish. I only feeding smoked fish.
I believe I know one place in town.
Oh, really?
There is an exotic pet store, the Monstrous Menagerie. They specialize in unusual pets.
Or family members. No, Sevens is more family than a pet.
Oh, yes. Speaking of family members, would you like to say hello to Ardamore?
It's like, here's my pet.
Hi! I'm disturbed with sudden knowledge. Quite nice to meet you, Ardmore.
He's working on poetry.
That's wonderful. I've never met a sapient otter.
Oh.
How nice to meet you.
Ardamore says, it has been a pleasure to meet you as well.
It has been a pleasure to meet you as well, apparently.
Is there any place? Nines isn't actually here wherever he
Yeah,
is.
I don't know where.
But he might be interested.
You're about 3/4 of the way on like your first circle of the mountain now.
He might be interested in instruments, maybe even magical instruments.
Once you got off of the G, and then you started talking about like random towns, that brought you to talking about how you ran into that a lot when you were traveling with the Voice. And he said, oh Jesus, you traveled with the Voice, and you explained reluctantly that you were part of his band for a while. He's like, that must have been miserable. And you were like, you have no idea. And
You have no idea. It was a miserable time. I hated that guy. He stole my grandfather's loot.
and you have found like your soulmate, because this guy hates the Voice as much as you do. He hates his music. He hates his dress. He hates the way he talks. His ex-girlfriend was totally obsessed with him and dragged him to a concert once, and it was the most miserable night of his life. So he's just crapping all over the Voice.
Oh, I am so into this conversation.
So, where might we be able to find instruments, specifically like magical ones?
Magical instruments.
I mean, ideally, yeah.
Well, I don't know the instrument shops as perhaps well as I should, but there is a
Why
fairly
shouldn't you?
well-known one. It's called the Thousand Strings. I don't know if they have any magical instrumentation there, but they are quite popular among musicians. I assume that at the very least they would have a high-quality instrument of just about anything you want.
Speaking of music, The Voice isn't performing in town, is he?
The Voice is currently banned from the country of Lindring until he has settled his legal problems.
Oh, what legal problems?
He owes a great deal of money in restitution for the damage that he caused.
In Krebstadt?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was found guilty, through a no contest ruling. He did not attend the trial, and thus was delivered the sentence by the judge.
Yeah.
He
That
owes
checks out.
more than 1 million gold in restitution, net damages, and punitive damages.
Nice.
We will have to let Nines know about this. It will make
You would love to hear
it will
about
make
this.
him very happy.
I
If we
feel
ever
like
see
this
him
guy
again.
I'm talking to probably brought that up.
Not to mention...
And I can't believe that they only find him 1 million gold. 1 million? He's got almost 1 billion. They need to hit him harder. They blew up half a damn island with some sort of artillery strike. Why does he even have cannons?
Oh yeah, I was there.
he was
You
shooting at
were
me.
there?
Yeah, he was firing at me.
He was firing at you?
He was firing at me
Why was he firing at you?
because he hates me.
I like you.
I like you.
Is Nine's gonna come back married?
We might never see Nines again.
Nines is yeeting off into his own romantic universe. He's gonna make next week's episode totally different thing. It's just like a yaoi manga. That's all next
So,
week's episode.
It'll be
is.
called "Going Up in Love." And like the
It's
title
always
screen is like the
climbing.
elevator closing on the two of us in there.
So,
Pushing all the buttons.
All the buttons are lit.
There's tons of like cherry blossom petals.
Is there a place that we could sell high-end antiquities, like an auction house?
Maybe
or
stolen
other-
antiquities.
Oh, no, just antiquities. You're
I'm
not
not
even
there.
here.
Not that I'm immediately aware of, but most places around town have, certainly the capability to buy items. Is there something in particular you were looking to sell?
Oh, jewels, jewelry,
Platinum tableware.
tableware, high-end goods.
That we found that fell off a truck.
You're not there.
I'm telling this guy
No, you're
about all
telling
the
the story
things we
about all the things we found on the truck, whatever that is.
I mean,
fell off the wagon.
he's a fellow mercenary,
yeah.
so he's just like, wink.
Now we're just winking at each other, just in
you-
more and more
Do you
exaggerated
want to
ways.
ask
Like,
about the Ulstein signet thing?
Yeah, I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
I was letting them answer this question first, I think.
Okay, one question at a time.
Yeah.
I'm not immediately sure which place to most recommend to you. I shall take a moment to inquire, and as soon as I have an answer, I shall provide it to you thusly.
We will look forward to hearing that in the morning.
Oh, and if I wanted to return a stolen relic of the Imperial family, where would I go for that?
He leans in closer. A stolen relic of the Imperial family.
Make it clear that we did not steal it.
Well, we stole it from the people that stole it.
You stole it from the people who stole it.
The Olstengrafel family. They'd been holding on to this, relic, I guess, from the Ulfstein family for, 1,000 years or something. I forget all the backstory.
I'm going to ask you this one time.
Okay.
I listened carefully.
And do not lie to me.
Okay.
Did you steal this item? from the royal family.
No.
Did you have anything to do with its theft?
No, it was like stolen 1,000. I think it was like not returned after a line of succession, is technically what happened. I think it was like
And you claim that the Ulstein Grotfells
they lied
had
about
it in their possession.
Yeah, and they lied about it. And then all the chaos in Ironvale happened. I found the tiara randomly, or diadem randomly. In the chaos.
Mention this to no one.
Okay.
I shall inquire discreetly with contacts that we have within the royal house.
It is good to be discreet.
You have contacts. Nice.
It is good thing Nines is not here.
Yeah.
So I'm telling this guy about this thing we found.
Holy crap! You guys took back the lost royal diadem from the Ulfstein Grotfells?
Oh yeah, it was so easy too.
It was when we were blowing up the city.
Wow, that was you guys?
Oh yeah.
That was incredible and terrible, but also really incredible, but terrible. How many people died?
I didn't count.
Wow.
If I did, I'd be very depressed.
It sounds like you guys are like terrible.
Well, no, we're good guys.
It was Thamus that did it.
Who's Thamus?
Oh, let me tell you all about Thamus.
So I think that's all our questions, unless you know where the Thieves Guild is.
I don't believe that there's a thieves guild.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
there
sound
is.
like our old friend. There's definitely a Thieves Guild, though.
We have seen several of them. In fact, if you ask Colwyn here,
Oh, we're members of one.
we are. We can show you our Thieves Guild membership.
Holman is like off to the side, like,
Oh, sorry. We're not members of one.
And there is
And-
no such thing, but if there was, where would it be?
And that Charna is not part of it.
on the eve killed Tay.
I don't speak whatever language you're talking. And
Try turning into a pig.
I get my comprehend languages scroll. Did you have any questions for the steward, Hilwyn, that you wanted to do? Like, do you have any... Oh, do you need to, like, report your articles somewhere? Do you, like...
Perhaps you could
Well-
publish in the local newspapers or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was planning to go to the Drugmaran Times. But, like, everyone knows where their building is, so.
Where is it?
Well,
Point to it on the map.
they point to it on the map. It's over on the north side.
On the mountain?
No, just next to the mountain, on the north side, to roughly 5 degrees towards the east.
Oh, well, we'll go there with you. If you want.
That's okay.
Oh.
Thanks for the offer, though.
Colwyn said it would be okay.
I try not to bring a lot of attention to my work, and I usually don't publish under my name because the things I publish tend to attract the attention of people that want to kill me.
Ah. What other names do you use?
Not gonna tell you, but you might be able to figure it out in the newspaper.
Is it Hilwyn backwards? No.
No.
Noel, he.
That would
yeah.
be stupid.
Noel, yeah. Shit, they're good at the. Yeah.
Yeah.
They start opening their luggage and they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
Okay, we forgot
that's
the most important question. What are the best restaurants in town?
What do you like to eat?
Food!
good food.
Speaking of, we need
There's
to hit
very
the
little
We do.
bad food to be had in the city.
Really?
Oh, we're just gonna eat everywhere.
Drugmar is considered one of the culinary capitals of the world.
Does that mean there is no Tangy Crab in town?
No, there's actually an ordinance that banned them.
What a town.
Wow.
Where can we get diet crab?
Among other places, you can get it here.
Oh, here at the company house?
We have our her own kitchen
Oh,
with a staff of chefs.
exclusive.
Oh, it is not then just a room full of tubes.
We were in
Well-
care home.
No, we haven't installed the breakfast tubes. You know, they seemed popular, and people liked the endless string of bacon.
How does that? And I don't want to know.
You really don't want to know. It's not pleasant.
Just spools of bacon.
It's one solid piece, though.
I'm just picturing, because we do a lot of 3D printing, as anyone who's watched our other
it's
stuff.
just
So I'm
bacon.
just, I'm just picturing filament spools, but with bacon, and they load it into the machine, and then the moment it starts to get low, it sort of splices together with a little bit of heat, and then
It
some
does-
extra fat.
The
It's
tip is really hot, so it comes out crispy, though, right?
yeah.
But not too crispy.
Not too crispy. It's not shatter, but it is good crunch.
So, all right, give me your.
Top three.
What's the most expensive restaurant in town?
How liberal do you want me to interpret the phrase restaurant?
I don't know what that means.
If you're looking for the most expensive culinary experience, you'll want to head to Arcturo.
Is A-R-C? A-R-K?
ARCUTRO.
Arcturo. Okay, $5 signs.
Where do you like to go after work to eat?
I just said that. I realized I said that backwards. I said UT, it's TU. Excuse me. Where do I like to go? Personally, I like a more local flavor. A few blocks down from here along the river, there
The
is
flavor salt.
No,
Oh,
it is the Stout Stoat.
the stout stuff. That sounds like a classic tavern.
It is. The proprietor, Ignia Brennowin, is an old friend of mine.
Oh,
By the way, the steward is quite a tall male dragonkin.
so if we were to go in and be like, "Hey, we know steward number 374," she'd be like, "Hey, I'm friends with them."
You may give her my name.
Oh, what's your name?
Oh, they're not supposed to do that.
No, they never give out their name.
Drakned.
Thank you. We will not abuse
Help.
it when we visit.
Help! The company ring. No, just kidding about that.
Cancels the alert.
Do we have to? Oh, if any jobs come up that sound like something our particular skill set would do, just make sure to let us know, because we are available for hire.
I shall keep my ears and eyes open.
There must be many jobs coming in at a place this large.
Yes, we do try to keep people off of continuously dangerous assignments.
Killing rats in the sewers, killing rats in the basements, things like that.
Hey, the rats here have knives, so
Investigating otherworldly runes from another dimension that can tear your mind apart.
Ooh, we haven't talked
we
about
have not talked about those in forever. Do you want to
So
see
anyway,
them?
we ran into this murder cult.
You guys ran into a murder cult?
Oh yeah, there's these ruins. You just look at it, it hurts your brain.
You're about a third of the way up the mountain now. Well,
We need
you
to
guys
get
found,
communicators for that.
30 runes?
Oh yeah, we wrote it down in a book too.
Whoa, so you can
I-
look at them later and
Oh
hurt
yeah, and it
yourself?
hurts.
Well,
Wow.
We
thank
show
you.
it to random people too.
That's a good prank.
Thank
it's
you for
not,
your
they hate us.
information, Steward.
Shall we go to the buffet now?
Yeah. Hey, Nines, we're going to the buffet. I yell out the door.
I cannot hear you.
I tried.
You are about 3,000 feet up now.
Is my nose bleeding for a reason?
Oh yeah, that happens all the time up here.
All right, let's go. We go to the buffet.
Okay.
So, what sorts of things do we find here, especially compared to the last couple?
Do you want to come back yet?
I'm having a great conversation with my soulmate, and you want me to go back to adventuring?
They're just holding hands.
We're skipping through the fields. There's fields
I mean-
up there now.
I don't really want you to come back.
That's okay. Neither do we.
Fine, I'll roll a new character. It's a new life now.
Oh, I guess you gotta.
Have you figured out this person's name yet?
Got a 5 on
True love is not limited to names.
You've never even asked the name. You haven't asked for their name. You haven't asked if they know
backstory.
anything about what happened.
You
to
haven't
I
asked
don't
them.
know their treacherous backstory. I don't know what their thoughts on
the
what
tangy
happened to
crab
Fervin.
or the tangy crab.
Yeah.
You don't know their thoughts on what happened to Fervin.
Yeah, what do you think happened to Fervin?
No, why didn't you ask him what happened to Fervin?
What happened to Fervin? What do you think happened to Fervin?
Well, you know what I think happened to Fervin.
What do you think happened to Fervin?
Well, yeah, it's been,
What's at the buffet?
like anything that you can imagine.
I'll take all of it.
Okay.
One
You-
big plate.
You have a lot of food.
I'll take a little bit of everything.
Like a tasting menu
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, among other things, they have like an entire dessert buffet of spice cake with various toppings and glazes, all things you can put on yourself.
Is this like the Pentyville spice cake?
You don't know.
Oh.
You've only had the Pentyvale spice cake one time.
Well, I'll take a small piece to try it and see if it's similar.
It tastes identical to what you had before.
We have the real recipe.
There is a selection of soft pretzels and some hard pretzels with different dipping sauces.
Soft pretzel.
There are a plethora of pizzas.
I'll pass on the
So-
pizza
Yes, we
for
will
now.
pass on pizza. I do not ever wish to see a pizza in the next
There's-
day or two.
Like, so you know those conveyor belt
Like the conveyor belt sushi.
sushi places?
Yeah.
There's that, except it's just fritters.
Oh, I'll pass on the fritters.
And it just goes around and around and around and around with the new fritters coming on all the time. There's actually like a make your own burrito station where there's someone who's working it and you just tell them the toppings, they put like the burrito together
What's
and
the
then
fantasy name for a burrito?
burrito.
Is there an apostrophe in there somewhere?
There's 7.
Wow. Okay.
There's 7 apostrophes in the fantasy burrito. Well,
I'll
the
take
usual
mine without apostrophes, please.
Easy to do. Grabs a bunch of apostrophes, just throws them away. There's the usual like cured meat station. There's like
That's
a
your
panini
favorite.
station. There's actually a whole bunch of different rices and like curries and other sauces and like stewed lentils, and you actually smell roasted marshocks
Ooh.
and marshocks flank steaks.
I'll take a lot of that.
There's a Nuvinian and a cuisine selection, including the gigantic Nuvinian snails. There's, of course, dire crab, as fresh as you can get here inland from Krebsstadt. And there's like this whole like leg. It's about 6 feet long.
You just,
And they're
like,
just like
carving
breaking
out.
pieces of the dire crab. There's a selection of fresh pastas that are being made like right in front of you as they churn them out and then pull ones that are dried off of the racks. There's
We might stay here quite
there
a while.
is a tube that just says nutrient paste on it.
Wow, this place does have everything.
I'll get a little cup of that, see how it compares to Dole's.
As you go up, there's actually Dole's face on the tube.
Dole, did you
Yes, hello, Zoria.
sell your nutrient paste?
I am selling my nutrient paste, yes.
I'm at the company house in Drogmara, and they have a tube of it.
Yes, it should be distributed inside the year to every single company house for the company employees.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Congratulations. I hope you're making way too much money on it.
I am becoming wealthier, yes.
You're already really wealthy, though.
That is true.
All right, I just wanted to ask about that. I'll probably talk to you later, though,
I would like that.
unless you want to talk now.
Later is good.
Okay. Nine's disappeared.
That's a great way to end the conversation.
So I have some rices, some cured meats, some pastas, some fresh vegetables which we haven't had in a while. Maybe a pear.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like all sorts of fresh fruit.
And then I go to the pretzel bar. Are there any pretzels that really sort of stand out as being exceptional pretzels?
Well, are you looking for anything?
Like a specific single pretzel amongst them? Are you looking at?
Well, you said there were different kinds of pretzels. So
Get
I'm
a
looking for
cheeseburger
the kind
pretzel.
Of, the
Well, there's
kind
like
of pretzel that
pretzels
might
that are
give me
in-
a pretzel day. The kind of pretzel that I know in the past has given me a pretzel day. Is there something like
Well,
that?
if I remember correctly, you've had a pretzel day from just your standard Nordfeldian classic original pretzel, which they have.
That's what I'm
But
looking for.
you've also had it from a cheese-filled pretzel,
Yeah.
which they also have.
Well, I'm going to have a classic Nordfeldian
Yeah,
original
we both
pretzel.
will.
Okay. Yeah. Holwyn sits down with a very sensible plate. They've got they've got like a nice salad with some toppings.
Oh, should we sit with a random group that has room at their table?
Oh yes, let us do that. We shall be sociable.
Yeah.
Okay. You sit down in a random group, and the group says, "Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Hello, you who are random group. What is your name?
We're the Saltworthy."
I knew that was
I
coming.
get up.
And we're gonna take a break right there. Welcome back, everyone. We've returned from break. Hope you had a chance to freshen up, go to the bathroom, get a drink. We did. And now we're ready to sit back down with the Saltworthy.
I am so glad I'm not here right now.
Hey, yeah, we're the Saltworthy. Who are you guys?
Midnight Brunch.
No, that's a good name. Yeah, it's cool. Wait, how long did it take you guys to think of that one? It took us a while.
I believe that. Huh.
I mean, we were together for a month or two.
Like 40 episodes or so.
40. What?
Don't worry
I mean,
about it.
it took us a couple months
Yeah,
to think of it. Until then, we just said, you know our names. So we told people to ask for us by you know our names.
Do you have a sign?
Yeah, actually we do. We do have a sign. And they like pull out this kind of group sign. It's got glitter on it and like a salt shaker. Like a little salt shaker.
Does it
and like,
move?
Hey,
Does
the
it
salt
move?
and the salt shaker actually works. Like shake it out. Yeah, and see it's like white glitter, kind of like salt. But we put like a little those like beach things out here because like salt water and like Saltworthy. It's like yeah.
I'm ignoring them and eating.
Why did you choose this name? It's awful.
Well, the phrase like it's like Saltworthy.
What?
Yeah, means like you're worth your salt.
Why didn't you call yourself worth your salt?
Because Saltworthy is just a little more.
No, wait. What does worth your salt even mean?
Oh well, way back, thousands of years ago. One of the few things that was very valuable was salt because it could cure meats and keep things preserved, and it was hard to get.
We
So
have a
people
magic
used to be
keg
paid
that
in
makes salt water.
Well, yeah, but this was predating the innovation of all those magics that we have today.
And the ocean.
No, that's where it came from. It was hard to get the salt out of the ocean because you had to let the water evaporate, and they would collect the salt, and they would pay people in salt. That's where the phrase comes from.
Well, I'm glad
So
to know
we,
that you're
that's-
getting paid in salt.
It's an
We
ancient
prefer
phrase.
money.
Well, now we get paid in money. It's an ancient turn of phrase.
Well, I'm almost done eating. It was meeting you,
Oh,
and we
okay.
must now go about our business.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too. Here, if you ever need anything, here's our card.
Is it covered in salt?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got some salt. If you ever need some salt, you can just scratch the card. It just comes right off.
I have a magic pouch that makes any spice I want.
That's cool. I think that's really neat. I like it. You should actually talk to the chefs in the back. They got all sorts of magic utensils.
Yeah? Oh, what? Magic utensils.
Oh.
Do you smell a side quest?
After we visit the alchemist when we come back, perhaps tomorrow lunch.
I really like that we have talked to people who actively tried to kill us, and you're like, you're such a soft baby. I can't hurt you. But these people, you're just like, yeah, you're the Saltworthy. Like,
Done with you.
I don't want anything to do with you.
All right. Well, let's
Ever.
head to the alchemist. Maybe we'll see Nines.
The steward goes, Saltworthy, I have your latest contract. Oh, good. What's the pay? 80,000 gold. Sweet. Thanks. When's it start? Next week. Oh, yeah, where? In Silcine. Marvelous. That sounds wonderful.
I drop one
Thanks,
of my
dude.
poison needles into the... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to
Like-
poison them.
And the slippery slope to chaotic evil.
It's all just revolving around the Saltworthy. All right. Let's head out.
Yes, we're going to Grimaldrin's
Nice to meet
cauldron.
you.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you too. Do you guys have like a card or anything?
No, people just know us.
They always ask for us by name.
Oh wow, yeah. So it's just like us in the beginning when, we hadn't established ourselves yet.
No, we're off
Hey,
to
you guys
get...
are on your way to like being something great. I can feel it.
We just walk out.
As we walk out, I turn into that guy and stop us. And, hey, you know, we're heading out, but I destroyed all the toilets with my shits. Bye.
Great. Midnight brunch.
No.
Destroyer of toilets.
I didn't actually destroy any toilets.
Well, I'm not even there, so.
I just wanted to try and hurt their reputation slightly. Come on, Holland.
You're so salty.
Come on, Holland. Stop talking
Not
to
worthy
them.
of it.
Hey, but they seem nice.
Stop talking to them.
Okay, hey, we'll exchange recipes later. Yeah, absolutely, Holman.
All right.
What? What's wrong with you guys?
It's the Saltworthy. They're the worst.
According to who?
Us!
What do you?
You're part of us.
Well, yeah, I know, but like,
Well, then get on board with the
We've
thing.
been making fun of them for ages. They can't be nice people. I'm still self-aware.
You're so salty.
Yeah.
oh, okay. So basically, you want them to suck because you feel bad if they're nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really straightforward.
Well, then I just won't talk about it then.
Yeah, they suck.
Let us go to Grumaldra's.
Yeah, we're heading to the Alchemist. Are you with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think
We just put these cards away.
Okay. I have one too.
Is it a competition?
No. As we walk, I just go, 9s!
You just keep yelling
Nines!
nines.
Has anyone seen the famous bard 9s?
I mean, to be fair, I have not wandered that far away from you guys since we met.
You're way on the other side.
Been
of
like
the
an hour.
Like, we're doing errands.
Yeah,
I
in the few months that you guys have been together, you've rarely been more than just a few feet away from each other.
What am I? up
9s!
to? What's happening? Who am I with?
9s!
Did I ever ask their name, or did they ever just give me their name?
Eventually, you guys did get to exchanging names. He's Sanin, and you are getting along great.
How do you spell that?
Senin.
That's just 9s backwards.
What do you want from me? He's your best friend now. It sounds like a name. Sanin.
Okay, it does sound like a name.
It is a name.
9s!
Sounds a name.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Oh,
Joke, Mark.
well, we've been doing a couple of errands. I've been picking up some dry cleaning, dropping it off. But, some of the, like, wealthy nobles in the town like to have a tough guy like me pick up their errands and just drop it off at their house. Because they freak out and think someone's going to steal it. I'm like, who's going to steal it?
As I'm reaching over and just like,
How
He
much,
doesn't even notice.
how much
It's like,
would that pay?
best part is, they pay me like 100 gold a week to just do this.
well, I'm in the wrong business, right, sir? Also, I'm sorry, is it?
9s!
Oh,
Yeah, I'll find them. I guess we'll keep walking.
well, yeah, I'm on my way to last stop of the day. Gotta pick up some potions and then take them to some kooky client.
Oh, who's a kooky client?
I don't know, some rich jerk.
This is a nice part of town.
I will continue following Zanine with their errands.
Yeah,
And we go to
you guys are getting along
Grumaldra's,
famously. You're talking music, politics,
letter
current
G.
events, the letter G. Yeah, elevator design, which you now have seen one of, so
yes,
you
and-
have opinion.
Yes,
More-
and every night now I'm going to study elevator design as one of my skills.
Well, once. So, are we at
One time
Grimalda's
I
yet?
bookmarked the Wikipedia page on elevator engineering.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll knock.
you make it all the way to the apothecary.
I will knock. 9s!
You're just shouting 9s. Just
Yeah.
You hear a voice from inside. Come in!
We go in.
Yeah, I go in too.
And he'll in.
Is Hohen
This little
come in?
bell on the door rings, and
Does it ring a little tune, or is it just dingling?
that's just a
just
Ding-a-ling.
dinglings.
Just a
Yeah.
classic dingling.
Classic dingling.
just a sad little dingling.
Just to be sure, I close the door and open it again. Does it make the same sound?
Still a sad little dingling.
Okay.
There's no changing that.
Nope.
Alright. We'll head. What's the potion shop like?
Inside the potion shop, it's somewhat characteristically dim in here. Potion shop seems to have a reputation for not having much light. At one point in your lives, you'd been told that the light spoils the potions. So it's very thick air, filled with all sorts of different aromatics that are lingering long since they were used in their brews. There's a faint smell of vanilla that rises above everything else, so it's fairly pleasant. You can hear the crackling of fires in the back, heating some unknown concoctions, and the walls are lined with ingredients and liquids. You can see some of them are like eyeballs, and others are fangs and horns of certain creatures. You even see like a hand, some sort of humanoid hand in a jar.
I want it.
Off the merchandise!
Oh,
Little cane comes out.
who hit me?
This very stout-looking turtle comes wandering out. What do you three want?
Oh,
She's using a cane to kind of support herself.
are you Grimelda?
That's me.
And this is your culture. Okay. Well, we have a few things that we would like the expertise of an alchemist on.
Okay. What do you want?
Well, I think the most pressing thing is this, and I'll pull out the living metal in the vial. This was taken off of a... I wouldn't open it. It's alive.
Stinks.
It was on the... It was controlling a corpse.
It's like
that
tapping at the glass.
It was controlling... A corpse was covered in this material. We know it's alchemical in nature. Susceptible to cold. Healed by fire. Made by the Ulfsting Grotfels. And a really creepy guy. Probably.
Very likely.
What's his name? Tim?
We don't know his name.
Shame. What do you want me to do with it?
Oh, but I can show you what he looks like.
Don't know him.
Oh, okay.
Looks creepy.
Yeah, he was all like...
Yeah, most of the creepy ones are.
yeah.
It's
Well,
part of the creepy idiom.
I guess we just want to know what you can tell us about it and what we can be careful of in the future, because we're pretty likely to come up against it again.
What sort of properties have you discovered of it already?
It's weak to cold, heals from fire, animates corpses. It runs away if it's destroyed, if the body is destroyed on its own. It seems to have a will of its own or move.
The only way we have been able to harm it is by freezing it.
Oh.
That seems to destroy it.
I have a fragment of cloth with a destroyed traces of destroyed version of it. As comparison. 9s!
What?
At that moment, Nines walks into the door. Hey, Grimalda, here to pick up the order. Oh, yes, Janine. Here you go. Well, you tell that old kook no more until next month. It's gonna be bad for his heart. If you go too fast, he can't take it anymore.
What have you guys been up to?
We had a wonderful
You
brunch.
coming along,
Big
Nines? Or gonna
break,
catch you
break,
later at the
No,
company
no,
house?
these ones feed me, so I'll probably be with them again.
That makes sense. See you around, pal.
See you, Zanin.
Oh, we had lunch and now we're having the living metal stuff
Oh,
analyzed.
meet any interesting people?
Nope.
Classic.
Well, when was this sample taken?
What was it, like 3 or 4 days ago now?
About 4 days ago.
About 4 days ago?
Both of them?
No, the first one, the cloth is from probably closer to a week.
That's what happens when it freezes.
Interesting. Interesting. This looks like the work of someone whose mind has given up all sense of empathy and kindness. It's pure wicked. Nothing good can come of it. Why do you show it to me?
We're most likely going to have to fight it more in
Yeah.
the future, and we wanted
Hope that
to.
winter gets here soon.
Is there anything we can do to neutralize it more effectively, or that we're looking for? Like maybe there's like a counter potion that could like dissolve it away, and we could just throw it like a grenade or something. That would be cool.
Well, there's some,
Like a universal solvent.
frost grenades, since you say the cold weakens it. It would take me quite a bit of time to come up with some sort of counteracting agent.
That's fair.
Imagine, if you will, trying to create the opposite of blood. That's what you've asked me to do.
Oh, can you do that too?
Yes, but it took me 70 years to figure out what the opposite of blood is.
What
What's
is
the
it?
opposite of blood?
Dolb?
That would be stupid. It's like naming a character after another character's name backwards. It's absolutely asinine.
Like making a screen
Only
name.
morons do that.
Or you're making a screen name in the 90s.
No, you just add
Exactly.
X's to the sides of it. The ultimate. That's cruise control for cool.
No. The opposite of blood, the substance that I haven't ever allowed to be recreated. Because it destroys anything it touches.
Whoa, can we have some?
No, I destroyed the only sample.
Oh.
I thought it would be useful for cleaning up surgery rooms or something. The problem is that if you got any on you, it ate all of you.
That sounds real neat.
That's
In
it.
an alchemical sense it is, but in a moral sense it's horrible.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
No. I don't want anything to do with this.
Okay, well, we're not looking to like make more of it. We just wanted to know if there's anything we can do to fight it.
Well, you know that frost works. I can give you some sort of, frost ichors. You can throw it at them. It'll freeze
I'll
instantly.
take 8.
8 of them?
Yeah, how much is that? Like,
Well,
2 copper?
8 copper.
what size are you looking for?
Big.
Okay.
Big is good, right? Slightly smaller.
What?
Now you
Let's
tell
give
me.
it a chance. Wait, hold on, can I get another look at that?
No. There you go. This is
There you are.
the bottle of freezing ichor. The moment that it touches air, it sucks all the heat out of it, transfers it to itself. so whatever it touches freezes instantly. And it evaporates away from the heat. Instant frostbite.
Yeah. Sounds great. How much?
For a bottle like that, 2 gold.
For 1 bottle?
Yes. It's not cheap to manufacture.
18 silver.
The bottle could be fancier.
Because I'm buying 8 of them.
Who cares if the bottle's fancy? Only weird perverts who live up on the mountain care if the bottle's fancy.
I don't live in the mountains.
Lucky you.
And clearly you're not a weird pervert that cares if the bottle's fancy.
Do you have any similar thing that you could apply to a sword for like a prolonged cold damage effect?
Prolonged? No. I can chill a sword for a matter of maybe 30 seconds or so.
That's like 5 turns.
But yeah, not any longer than that. If you want something longer, you're gonna have to go visit an enchanter.
Ah,
But
but how much for the sword cold thing?
goo.
Sword cold goo.
Well, I do have a
You could call your
freezing
sword
oil.
icy hot then.
It takes out a very small, very small vial, a fraction of the size of this first one. This is a little easier to make, as it doesn't require quite as many ingredients, but it only works on certain metals. What kind of metal are you putting it on?
Well, I have
Oh.
2 swords. I have this flamey sword.
It's not gonna work on that.
Ah, the flame is off at the moment.
The enchantments, they counteract.
And then I have Katiralar, which is an ancient elvish blade.
Let me take a look.
Bite it.
Why would I do that?
See if it's made out of gold.
What?
It's not made out of gold.
You have something that can turn it into gold.
This looks like a fine folded carbon steel. That will do fine.
So, how long does this last after it has been applied?
30 seconds.
Just 30 seconds. So one must put it on immediately before use.
Yes.
And how many uses are in that small vial?
1.
And how many vials do you have?
Oh, I've got quite a bit of this.
And how much is a vial?
Oh, I could let these go for 5 silver.
5 silver each?
Yes.
What? My thing costs 2 gold.
Your thing is a thrown weapon that detonates. Izzy pours it over his sword beforehand.
Can I use mine on his sword?
That will buy 40 of those little vials.
All right.
40? Wow. That's like multiple numbers.
So is my negotiating for 18 silver not working?
How many are you going to buy?
Well, I said 8, but 10's easier math, so.
If you buy 20, I'll let it go for 17 silver.
That's a lot. So, how many of these things do you think we're gonna fight?
Somewhere between 1 and 800,000.
Why am I asking you something that involves numbers?
I am anticipating many battles against these, which is why I bought
Haven't
many
done that at
vials
all.
of the cold.
You haven't? No.
17 silver, you said?
For
So 30,
17 silver each.
at 20, I don't.
So 34 gold.
Yeah.
Mechanical.
32 gold!
I'm already giving you a price cut.
Yeah, but I'm buying in bulk.
Yes,
And he's
it's
cute.
because you're buying in bulk.
I don't really think I have anything to negotiate with this person.
Look at how cute he is.
I use minor illusion to give myself bigger eyes.
It looks real weird.
Yeah, it does. I've never done this before, so
It's just like refracting lenses in front.
Ah! It's like one of those like stupid YouTube thumbnails where they give everyone giant eyes. Ah! Don't do that again.
I will do it again if you bring it down to 32 gold.
You really think that's going to help your case?
I make them a
Okay.
bit bigger. I make it so they pulse, like they're breathing.
I made something that eats living tissue. You think this is the most horrifying thing I've
I
seen?
mean, we eat living tissue all the time. Well, not living.
I don't know what comes out of my knife. It could be alive.
That's true. I guess we've eaten like bugs and stuff that were probably still alive.
Fine. I just throw 34 gold in her general direction.
Whoa, that was
Wow.
rude. So,
That's just tabaxi.
as we continue to do business, you, Horzoria, do you have the armature handy?
Yeah.
Could you bring that out, please? We have
the
this
item
on.
Is the item in the D&D Beyond?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
I will have to craft this item for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you would want, so I didn't bother preloading items.
So, yeah, so we don't have a number on like how much frost damage they do.
No, I'll craft them after the session and put them in your inventories.
So, we had found this armature.
I guess I'll.
As you can see, it has different potions on it. We know what the red, brown, and green ones are, but this one on the end is all swirly and smells oddly like raspberries and graham crackers. Do you have any idea what it might be?
Possibly made by the same person as the living metal.
Never smelled a potion like that. Never knew you could have a potion that smelled like that. They say that's what, the universe smells like.
Who says that?
They.
Oh, astrologians.
Oh.
Spend time
course.
studying the stars and all
Sniffing
the
it.
space between it. They say that when you get way out into the depths of the space, it smells like raspberries and graham crackers.
Well, what do you think this potion might be? It is designed to be injected into somebody.
Well, I think the injection is more just the delivery system, less of a necessity.
Yes, I understand that.
I don't know what it could do. I'm sure whatever it does is probably something miraculous. Personally, I'm terrified by things I don't understand how they work. Others, adventurers like you all seem willing to just, put your dinglings wherever.
Does she catch
you-
me like licking one of her like?
Putting your tongue on one of the frost bombs and getting stuck.
Arthur! Blindfold!
Flame.
Blindfold!
Do you want to buy it?
No, I
want to
don't
buy-
want anything like that in my store.
Okay.
That's just liable to have someone come in and rob it. A potion. Word gets around that one of you types brings a potion that no one's ever seen before, and then I buy it. Made that mistake a couple 100 years ago. All it leads to is break-ins and robbery and new window panes.
This sounds like a high crime neighborhood.
Oh, there's nothing I like less than adventurers with no scruples.
Do you have a scruple?
I normally don't even answer
I-
the door for anyone who looks like you adventuring folk, but you had the company of blades, son, so most of you type are alright.
I got a second file stuck to the same tongue, so.
Although a bit dim. Holland's over there just like...
Whoa!
Is that helping?
No!
It's not helping if I breathe on it?
Blindfold!
Just cut
Here.
the tongue with your flame sword. Like he's asking.
Oh, the fierce flood!
What do you want with my fizz?
How about some ice cold water? That should help.
Can I have you identify a different potion?
I have nothing better to do.
Oh, great. Neither do we. Here's a fluorescent pink pastel potion.
That's nice.
It's associated with someone named Dratmug, Goblin Extraordinaire.
Where'd you get it?
Cave.
Can you be more specific?
Oh, the mines under the Drain Peaks.
How long?
How long?
How long have you had it?
Oh, we got it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Who'd you get it from?
I found it in a hidden chest with a note that said, "You found my treasure. Other searchers are dead. Dratmug, Goblin Extraordinaire."
All right.
So I have no idea how old it is.
You keep this. I'll look it up for you.
Okay.
I think I've heard about a potion like this before. But, you know, you get as old as I am and the brain starts getting fuzzy.
How old are you?
Oh, spry 850.
Also, how come you hear fuzzy brain and you look in my direction?
Oh!
So,
right.
do you happen to have any complimentary beverages like coffee or tea?
Or healing potions?
I'm not really. Dude, do you want some tea? I was just about to have my own.
Should we buy some healing potions, maybe?
What?
Or do you have any, like, potions that make you really good at playing an instrument and instantly famous?
Good at playing an instrument, yes, instantly famous. No.
Oh, okay. You're not interested in that, right, Nines?
I'm not so talented! I'm not so talented!
He says he's willing to pay anything for them.
I don't think that's what he said. Of course I have, like, healing potions and the such. So do you need any standard healing potions?
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to have a couple with us.
Perhaps the ones that heal a lot. Are they called greater?
I mean, they're pretty big.
Can I use Druidcraft to just, like, send a warm breeze over Nine's tongue for a prolonged period?
Yeah, you can do that.
Does it work?
Yeah, it does.
That's the noise my Druidcraft makes.
How much for one of the big ones?
Those run, 7 silver apiece.
Oh.
The bigger ones cost more than the... I'm talking about my freezer grenades.
Oh, I thought you were talking about healing potions. Oh, like that big one up there?
Yeah, that's one.
10 gold. But
How much bigger is
you
it?
better have a launching system.
Well, stuff can get pretty big.
Yeah. We have a Swolsith realm.
If you use that, be prepared. It's gonna make things very cold all around.
How
Yes, the dogs are wrestling upstairs.
So, your big healing potions are 7 silver each?
Yes,
Okay, I will take 10.
I'll buy 2.
there you go. There's a lot of adventurers that come
Are
through
these
here.
like greater
Yeah.
healing? Okay.
I always keep them in supply, and, well, with Nordfeld, I have a direct connection. Makes it cheap. I might not like all you adventuring types, but I don't want anyone dying if I can help it.
I am in favor of not dying as well.
Yeah,
Plus, I
those
sell so many of these things, I barely have to mark them up.
are greater, not superior. Yes, okay.
You guys are getting a hell of a bargain on these things.
Oh yeah, maybe I should buy 10 more.
You said 7 for 7 silver.
Yes.
All right, I'll get 10 as well. So.
All right.
And I will get one of the big ones. We'll just put it in your bag for a while.
Yeah,
The freezing one or the...
Sure.
Okay.
just drop it.
Give
Just-
it. Nah, she's not good at negotiating. Never mind.
Just toss it in here. Pull the bag away. No, I'm just... Is there like an arming mechanism on this, or do you just toss it?
Nope, glass just breaks.
Oh, nice.
It's a mess.
Good.
I know what a bag of holding is, whippersnapper.
What? I know, I was just smacking the bag for fun.
So do you have anything on discount sale?
On discount sale? What do
Yes.
you mean discount sale?
Things that have not been purchased that you wish to get rid of at an inexpensive price.
Most of the things that I wish to get rid of at an inexpensive price will kill you. I make potions, not magic items.
We hear what you're saying, and we're still willing to deal with it.
Yeah, what kind of failed potions are you trying to get rid of?
None. They all go down the drain after I neutralize them.
Oh. Otherwise, I thought we were going to end up in the sewer again.
What do you think I am? Some sort of industrialist monster? Obsessed only with how much money I can make?
We've run into a couple of those.
Well, I'm not one of them.
Is that why you're not in the Corma Republic?
Among other things.
Do you buy weird reagents and stuff?
Absolutely. How else do you make potions?
I have. Here is a bottle of boiling dragon blood / ichor.
Ooh, that sounds neat. How about 10 gold?
No,
How about 100?
no.
Okay.
I'd rather give it to Dole.
Why? Because he'll give you 1,000 gold for it?
Yeah.
Probably.
I have a bottle of fungus dragon spores
Fungus dragon.
from under the Drang Peaks.
Looks fresh.
It is. We sliced it off it recently.
Ooh, these are quite potent. I'll give you 1,000 gold.
2,000.
Done?
That was way too easy.
All right.
I'm starting to think that maybe I should start grabbing things that aren't just forks we find in the caves.
I am
Nines
thinking,
is
so
learning.
I need to start collecting something more than just silt and
Here's a bottle.
clay. You know?
Here's a bottle of spores from mind control shrooms from a hidden island.
They're clearly part of the same strain.
Yeah, but very different environment.
I'll give you 2,000.
3,000.
No more than the last ones.
Okay. What other random crap do I have? You gotta grab random weird things. I have cave alfalfa for some reason.
I grabbed the heated toilet seat off that noble's throne.
Suri is over here grabbing bizarre reagents for things. Nines is over there like, oh, this toilet seat is really warm. It feels good on my butt.
How about a giant jar of mushroom jelly?
Mushroom jelly. Is that the stuff that all the kobolds like to eat?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. I like to spread it on my toast. Looks like a fresh batch. I'll give you 3 silver for it.
I'll eat it.
All right.
I got this soap.
If you look,
I have that.
why don't you use it? I guess.
Would you like?
Clean myself.
So, would you like to try some gum?
You guys need to grab the weird.
I take a stick of pretty good gum.
How much for this polished brass handle?
It's a little weird to swallow.
You swallowed the gum?
That was food, wasn't it?
Oh. Did you like it?
It was all right. It was tasty for a moment, but
Then I
wasn't very exciting otherwise.
I have a.
It tasted like, I don't know what else this could be, but for some reason I want to say tutti frutti.
I have a giant seed
Could
with
you say that
legs.
again?
Tutti frutti.
Ah.
I have a giant seed with legs from the Fey realm.
Oh,
It's
they're pretty neat. She
wiggling
points
around.
up at one of her own that's got like a little house up there, and
Oh,
it looks down at you, waves.
if I were to plant this, could I grow a cool tree?
No,
Oh.
they can't grow in our realm.
Oh,
But
what if I use?
you can make a nice house for it.
What if I use Fey magic?
Well, if you brought it, like, I don't know, you'd have to create a little portal of Fey energy
Oh,
around
just
it.
tear like the veil between the realms open. Got it. That's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
Did you want to buy the seed for a friend?
No, he's got a whole, like, clan up there.
Oh, okay.
Like, a whole bunch of them come out, and they're all, like, waving at you. They're very friendly. I don't know why they freak out so much about the Fey realm.
I don't know either.
Hey, what, I found something in my bag. I got this box with this sentient goo cube from. Remember that time we got all those alcohols? I think it was in the Thieves Guild. Mm-hmm. They all
No.
like got mixed together, and then the liquid came to life. We kept it in this box.
I can't believe you wrote that down.
I got something sentient. Of course, I put it in my inventory.
The little goo cube looks up at you like,
No! I closed the lid on.
I can't sell gooey.
How much?
doesn't look like he wants to leave.
I look at the cube again.
It's got a little sign that says, "Please, Daddy, I love you."
Its name is Gooey, G-U-I.
Well, I searched through my bags. I find
I have 3 poisonous spines from a tropical plant that stabbed me.
Those are pretty common.
Oh, okay.
I have these.
Toss them.
We had met gigantic scorpions, and I have stingers. They are this long, each.
Well, those are useful if you want to poison your weapons. Pretty common.
How about these little rib chips made from fossil ribs of a dragon?
Those are neat. Look to be in good condition. You always have to smell it. Didn't know if you knew that.
What does smelling it tell you?
Oh, it's age, quality. Yeah, I'll give you. 3 gold.
30 gold?
3.
I heard 32.
32 gold.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold for that.
You know that we live in the city of dragons, right?
Ah, but they
Dragon
are alive.
re-
They're not dead fossils.
Well, there's a lot of fossils. Dragon reagents aren't the rarest in this city.
No.
If you want to sell those for a pretty penny, go to a place where there's not dragons flying around above your head.
Ah, that is good advice. I will follow that. Thank you.
Well, I got these red stiletto tabaxi heels. They're very slimming.
Not much for stilettos.
Well, you can take the stilettos off. And now they're just regular heels.
It's just flats.
I don't usually use shoes in general. She's, got her like turtle feet down there.
Just
So why is it that we do not ever find anything of value, and Zoria does?
It's more that I think you guys are targeting the wrong audience. To the right audience, a heated toilet seat's worth a lot of money. And she just gave you some advice on don't hawk the dragon wares in the place where dragons are flying around.
Ah, so the best place to sell your toilet seat would be to a place where they do not have toilets.
I think I would say where it's very cold and have toilets.
So it is the heat, not the seat.
Go home.
So, is there anything else we need here?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, for now this is good. Thank you very much for the very good deals on the healing potions.
All right, you're welcome. I'll keep looking into this potion.
My pink potion, yeah.
It'll take me a little bit, though.
All right, if you figure anything out, just send a letter to the company at Blade's house.
No, I can do that.
Sorry, yeah.
Anything else I can help you for with?
No, I think we're good.
No. So, do we still have time to visit the library before it closes?
Oh, yeah, when's the library close?
Not for... well, not really ever.
Oh,
It's the
Yeah.
Grand Cormarian Library.
I guess we'll walk there.
no going out
What
of...
is it?
Well, we have directions from the steward.
I want their directions because it's their shop.
Oh,
And from here you head to the Royal Promenade, which is on the mountain. And it's one of the public areas within the Royal Promenade. You can't miss it once you're up there.
okay.
Okay.
We'll see if we can't miss it.
We go there trying not to miss it.
We walk.
All right. You make your way winding up into the mountain as the most direct path cuts through it. Inside the mountain is a massive hollow chamber, and you cross over a truly grand bridge as dragons are constantly swirling up and down around you. Well,
Hi.
Holwyn stops to look over the ledge and sees below walls crawling with dragons and a huge roost at the very bottom with a massive clutch of eggs. And
Azoria! Free eggs!
Oh, nice. Do you think if we throw an egg in here, it'll come flying back up?
No, I don't think so.
and there is a rolling lava stream.
You're allergic
what
to
a
lava.
strange
I'm
stream.
allergic to lava. There's a rolling lava stream flowing right through the center of the mountain, down near the eggs. I'm gonna sneeze again.
You better stop describing
I know, I
lava.
need to stop describing lava. That's what I need to do. You see, in addition to the channel that you're going through, there's all sorts of bridges and little exit caverns. You can see some sunlight from the outside drifting in. The mountain seems to almost be hollow. And there's huge pillars that have been built up to support this inner chamber. From the very bottom of this pit all the way up to the top chamber. As you cross over to the other side, you set your eyes on the Royal Promenade. Immediately before you sits the Grand Palace of the Imperial family. It's about 4 stories tall and stretches 200 yards from the center on either side. Windows line it, made with polished scarlet granite.
I hope this is where Adidas goes to.
And
Deed goes
on
to.
top of this sit a guard of dragons. Full worms guard this palace. And the doors, they are set into a frame made to look like an open dragon's maw.
This is all extremely impressive.
Hi, dragons.
They look down at you and give you a little nod.
Oh.
They are very friendly. Hi.
And there are some very straightforward signs that point to different parts of the Royal Promenade.
It is all
And
very well labeled as well.
one helpfully directs you off to the right, pointing towards the Grand Cormarian Library.
Well, we didn't get lost.
Wow. But,
Well, I've been here
but
before.
these are straightforward signs, so we'll just go straight forward to the palace.
As you make your way further down the promenade,
an
you see
all-time
other
line.
buildings. Seem to be military logistics buildings, administrative, staff, offices, some guest quarters. And you arrive in front of the building at the far end, which is a little different than the others. It's not made of the scarlet granite. This is made of what appears to be some sort of swirling mix of stone and metal. It's almost as if someone could melt stone and, well, like granites and marbles, and then reset them. And they're mixed together, swirled in elaborate patterns. So every time you move, the building seems to shift a little bit. It creates an ethereal effect. And light splashes off at the corners in almost a sparkling pattern, like you're looking at light reflected off gently rippling water. Windows line almost every inch, so that the interior is, it must be very bright inside, at least when the sun is hitting the side of the mountain. And as you open the doors,
Oh, I knocked first.
they just open for you.
Wow, it's the future.
I get scared and back away.
I walk through the door.
There is a fairly sizable dragon sitting behind a desk, sized appropriately for the dragon. She leans over and looks at the four of you. Welcome home, children. It's nice to have you all return.
What? We've never,
I am baffled.
we've never been here before?
Well, that is the Cormarian greeting.
It's
Oh, you didn't know that? I knew that.
That's kind of creepy.
You are all children of the Cormarian Empire.
No, I'm not. I'm from the wilds.
You were once part of the spanning empire that existed not but 100 years ago.
Seems a little
Sus.
colonialist, I was gonna say.
We're glad to have you. We've been missing you.
What's your name?
My name? You pull it up. It's a dragon's name. I don't want to get it wrong.
Give us the short version.
And so what happens when you have an entire city's worth of notes?
Mm-hmm.
There.
And you have no idea where we're gonna go.
My name is Warskatandra Northdrakmara.
What's the short version?
Wiscant.
Whisker.
Can you say the long version once more?
Really?
Fine. I won't try and write it down.
Well, that was a very friendly, if not unusual, greeting. We are new to the town, but we are searching for certain information and hoping that this library may be helpful.
And what information is it that you seek?
Well, for one thing, and this may not be the best place, I am looking for information about this. And I show the...
The worm has lowered her head to be looking directly at you. So there's a head that's about the size of you. Just sort of like
this,
resting in
this,
front of
the cloth fragment with the talon. I am hoping to identify the source of this.
Unfortunately, I'm not much of one for heraldry. But there are places in town that are. They might be able to help you more readily than our vast libraries could.
Do you have a recommendation?
Well, the most favored of the heraldries, our finest livery and crests.
Well, that is the second recommendation for this place, so that is very helpful to know.
They often come here to search for historical records, but they would know more quickly what marks matter on that.
I think our second thing we're here for is translation
Translation.
of ancient Glendringen.
Well, I can probably help. I still speak it, one of the few that do.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yes.
It's super convenient.
I mean, dragons do live a really long time, so that makes sense.
It is the advantage of being, as far as your lives are concerned, an immortal creature.
Seems a little pretentious, but okay. Here. I'll hold up the deed, or hand it. Oh no, I'll set it on the desk.
Just hold it up
Oh,
for me,
okay.
dear. Thank you.
Do they have giant glasses too?
No,
Be
They're
pretty
down in their
cute.
nose, their little reading glasses.
they don't have giant glasses.
Do they have tiny glasses?
Yes, they have tiny
Little
glasses.
tiny, like,
Little tiny glasses right at the end of
little,
the
like,
nose.
pince-nez style.
Yeah, yes, a pince-nez. And
It's a Navinian word.
they're
It is.
in this world, yes, it is an Avinian word. I'm sure you're aware of this. That is a deed, a deed to property here in Drugmara. Well, that's interesting.
What is?
Oh well, it's a deed to quite a valuable piece of property.
Great, that's ours then.
Is it this place?
No, this is part of the royal promenade.
Oh, so it might be the castle that we went by.
This belongs to a district that no longer bears the name. It is a Doma district on this deed, which is a district that has since been dissolved. But the address is nonetheless the same. It sits atop the mountain, or at least as high up as residences go, at one of the wealthiest estates in the city.
Well,
Interesting that you have it.
Yeah,
it was a gift,
Interesting.
I think.
We were given it, yes,
yeah. Someone gave it to us.
from a friend.
Yes.
It has been a mostly empty property, if this address is correct, for at least several hundred years.
Yeah, the person who gave it to us was at least several hundred years old.
So, could you give us directions to it? We would like to see it. Oh, and
Yes.
yes, a translation of this specific address would be helpful as well.
If you pick up one of those maps of the city, here.
Is it like one of those amusement park maps?
I mean, a little. It's like a fold-up map, but it's like like you would get an old map.
Yeah, where?
Like it folds up and everything, and they've made quite a few of them for people to use.
Oh, it's next to the
like,
amusement park.
Yeah, do they let you know where like the log drop is? Because that's a fun ride.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just called the ride that makes you look like you wet yourself, and it's just on the other side of the library.
Yeah, like I need a ride to help me with that.
the log flumes on the other side of the library.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way to leave
There's a
the
nice
library?
there's like a good waterfall there that it works with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is the estimated line time?
Oh, from where you guys are, it's about 2 hours.
Yeah, we got time. We have to do it in real time though.
If Zanine were here, that would
she-
pass the
she
time
points-
quickly.
She sort of traces the very tip of one of her claws over parts of the map, and it glows as she does that. There you go. Now you can find the property.
How do we go about registering our deed?
Well, you'll need to talk to city officials. You can find City Hall based on those crests. I'm sure you're familiar with the company house for the Company of Blades. The City Hall is just 1 block further towards the mountain on the same street that your company house is.
Oh, how convenient.
Thrilling bureaucracy in our fantasy adventure.
That is where all property management in the city, yet save for anything on the Royal Promenade, is done.
What's the standard bribe rate in this city?
There's no bribery to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Does she wink?
Oh, I'm sorry. How much to get the actual standard bribe rate?
We slide 2 gold onto the desk.
You know that I'm a dragon, yes?
Yeah, you love gold!
That's correct. We do. She just sort of looks at the gold, looks at 9s, looks at the gold, looks at 9s, looks at the gold, looks at 9s.
Do I take it back?
What can you tell us on secretly? Secretly, no, don't let this get out. I look at the gold.
Look at her.
About symbols that shouldn't exist in this universe.
I can tell you that they shouldn't exist.
Well, we know that.
It hurts so.
Like,
yeah.
it actively hurts you to see them.
Would you like to see one?
No.
You're a loss.
I've heard of symbols like the ones that you speak of. My advice is to stay away.
It's hard. You carry a book with them.
They are a danger, and they will lead to nothing but pain.
So I have
That checks out.
a few other little questions, perhaps.
Is the gold gone when we look back?
What gold?
Great. I have to remove that from my inventory.
So I am looking for information about several things, and I wish to know if they may be in this library. One is knowledge about fervent technology. I have become proficient in such technology, and I am hoping to establish expertise in it as well. Is there anything in this library that may be of assistance?
Yes, but I believe you will find much more to be gained at the Fervent Guards.
No. Okay.
Makes sense.
Oh,
That
you're
checks
right.
out.
Everything
makes
that
sense.
we have here are the original copies. They have publicly available translations of them. Our job here is more often about the preservation and retention of original documents, rather than presenting them or loaning them out.
I would also ask whether there is any information about the Order of Remarden.
There is. They are in quite ancient texts.
Is there anyone who could help read them? I am very interested in the history of that order. I had
They
been trained
are-
by someone from that order.
Part of a collection that needs academic purposes to open up. The preservation of these documents is essential. So we must treat them carefully.
Yes.
And there must be a good academic reason to open them up and risk damaging them.
Tell them you're really, really interested.
If you
Well, let's find
should
a heist.
find a good reason, I would be more than happy to open that up.
I will attempt to find a sufficient reason. It is based on the fact that I was actually trained by a member of that order. And to some extent, I must say that I belong to that order. Also, I am wondering if you know the meaning of Gats Dun Balim.
It is an ancient elven tongue,
Yes.
one that I've heard just a few times in my life. I believe it has something to do with the beast or the darkness and ending it or snuffing it out.
Yes, that was the quest of my master, to slay the beast. And those were his last words.
It is an interesting command. I certainly sympathize with your plight, but I would urge you to reach out to someone who has an academic purpose.
And where might I find such a person?
The University of Drogmar.
Any particular place in the university? A specialization or school?
You know, we might know someone who has an academic purpose.
Their history department is, well, quite proficient.
How often is the library visited by arcane masters?
Fairly regularly. We know that their preservation techniques and abilities and respect for the information, as well as the documents and their conditions, is second to none.
Maybe we can get Dole to help.
Maybe we can. He did suggest he might visit us here.
Did he?
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, you seem to have provided the most
Well,
help by sending us to the correct places.
Well, one quick question. Do you have any books on the great ancient changeling kingdom to the north?
We have some changeling tales, yes.
No, history.
Unfortunately, we are rather sparse on changeling history. I sense that you may be one.
I'm not actively hiding it right now, so yeah.
I've never met one of your kind before.
Really?
I
Well,
was
that you know
unsure
of.
if that you were a changeling.
Yeah, you want to see some antics?
I do enjoy being entertained.
2 gold.
She sort of brings her massive arms in front and lays her head on them.
2 gold.
2 gold just drops
Yes.
out of nowhere.
1 gold.
Hey,
It was his 2
I
gold.
know.
All right. Who do you want to see? Here, I'll turn into Empress Nula. We saw her from a distance.
Quite remarkable.
Yeah, you want to know what kind of tattoo she has? Because I know.
I love changing magic.
The changeling rules is written. I once saw them out of the corner of my eye.
I can now perfectly replicate every aspect of them.
Every aspect.
So here's Empress Nula.
Want to see some weird birthmarks?
Here's Nines, the famous bard. It's me, Nines.
No, no.
Meow, meow, meow.
Do we hear excuse me, somewhere in the library?
Here's the voice. Yeah.
I push the voice over.
Yeah. No.
I'm waiting for some guards to come by. I was like, hey, you owe $1 million gold.
Oh shit. Who else should I do? What famous people do we know?
Glinby.
Tristan.
Tristan? Here's
No,
Tristan.
Tristan.
Hey, babe. Sup?
Interesting.
I'm Tristan.
It's nice to meet you-ish.
I could turn it Sarah McGoblin. Mm-hmm. Hello!
I mean, she's sitting here just sort of rapt in attention. This is very interesting for her. She's never met a changeling.
Meanwhile, Sarah McGoblin over on the side is like, that's my image.
No, I'm not getting sued. Turn into. Do you know Artificer Ortax?
Yes, he's an old friend.
It's me, Artificer Ortax. I was definitely not implicated as a cover in the destruction of Iron Vale.
Why would you be?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Muriel. Muriel?
Yeah.
Muriel.
That's pretty
Like a
good.
Pokemon, she just says her own name repeatedly.
Muriel.
Hop along.
That's incredibly talented.
Thank you. I'll turn back into Sora.
Can we get our property now?
Yeah, I was just having some fun.
Oh, okay.
We'll go check out our property, I guess. But we'll be back. Maybe.
I hope to see you all return again.
Just say hi next time. Don't do that weird,
It's
like...
nice to have you home.
Okay.
Shall we go to the city hall and register the deed?
Well, let's check it out first.
Oh, to
We
see
wanna
if
make
we
sure
like
it's
it. We
worth
might
it.
even keep it.
It might not be worth the time.
It might suck.
Yeah.
We start walking towards the property.
All right, you follow her directions. Takes you.
Is there like a way marker now that we have it on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little line appears on the ground.
Well, not on the ground, but on
Oh.
the map. It actually.
Yeah,
as
she
you go
made it
along the
glow.
path, yeah. Yeah, she used some of her magics to make that happen. Now you make your way towards the property. It takes you about an hour to traverse all those paths. And eventually, you wind up at the end of the episode.
That's the name of our
Get
property.
to see my property?
Our property is
tell us-
called at the end of the
Like
episode.
I can't
At
even
least-
imagine it.
Yeah. Give us a taste.
Player power face. Why would I was about to get my shiny stuff?
Yeah.
Everyone else got nice things. I just made a new friend, and that lasts a lifetime.
It's
I'm not sure which lifetime, but
I'll tell you this. It smells like mint on the property.
Well,
If you-
and oregano.
If you plant mint once in your garden, it just spreads everywhere.
Like a
And I hope everyone enjoyed watching this episode. Welcome to Drogmara. This is, like I said at the beginning of the episode, one of the biggest cities in the world. There's a lot of shenanigans that they can get up to. So I'm interested to see what they do. I hope
we're
you
going
are
to
too.
schnan.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Again.
We will see you next week. Until then, stay safe. We love you. Bye-bye.